Hey parents, welcome back to lesson 2 in the Alfred's Yellow Guitar book. Just as a reminder, we started off with our C chord. That's going to be this first finger on the second string, first fret. I have my finger down, C chord. Next up, we're going to talk about the G7 chord. The G7 chord is going to involve moving this first finger over to the first string, first fret. For this chord, you can actually play all 4 strings. In the book, it says just to play the 3, but you can go ahead and play all 4. They're all part of the chord. So I'm going to take my thumb, put it on the 4th string, strum all the strings. That gives me that G7 chord. You can see this on page 12 in the book. So for my second chord, we're going to play 2 measures, 4 strums on the G7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the next page, we have the Troubadour song. This is going to switch between the C chord and the G7 chord. First measure, C, with a quarter rest there at the end. You remember the quarter rest is when we take our hand and we stop the string from making any noise. So second measure, G7 chord, 3 times with that rest at the end. Third measure, it doesn't have a chord in it. That means just keep playing the chord from the previous measure, in this case, G7 chord. And then the final measure, C chord. So the Troubadour song, see, play 1 chord, then 1 more, just like a troubadour. That's the Troubadour song. All right, moving right along. Sorry, I gotta change the page. Okay, Skip to My Lou. Skip to My Lou starts on the C chord. If your kids are singing along, a lot of them really like to, and I think that that's great. If they're singing along, Skip to My Lou can be a little bit confusing because you have to hold out the skip for 2 strums. Skip, skip. In class, sometimes we say skip, strum, script. Skip, strum, skip, strum, skip to my Lou, rest. Then you would go to that G7 chord, skip, skip, skip to my Lou, rest. Second line, not really too much more to it. C chord, G7 chord. I think right there at the end, you have to hold out that darling, rest at the end. All right, and then London Bridge starts on the C chord, full measure of just, 1, 2, 3, 4 strums. Second measure, again, another C chord, even though it's not up there, it continues on. 1, 2, 3, the rest. You go to the G7 chord, 1, 2, 3, rest, and then back to the C. I'll go ahead and play London Bridge all the way through. London Bridge is falling down, rest, G7. Falling down, rest, C. Falling down, rest, C chord still. London Bridge is falling down, rest, G7. My strum, fair strum, lady strum. And that's it. All right, thanks.